James at the gym. So I was listening to a guy on YouTube during my workout, as I normally do, and he talks about housing market, which I follow very closely. If you know me, I've got a big real estate background, but some of the things he said were great. Like housing is at a gridlock, it's at a standstill, or broken, as he calls it, because the Fed jacked rates up so fast, and prices are already so fast, that it kills the move-up buyer, right? They can't go from a starter home to a medium, or medium to a high, because if they do, their payments go up dramatically, right? Even if you switch houses, I've talked to a person on this before, your payment's almost gonna double if you rebuy the same house, right? Because prices haven't gone down yet. And then he said something I disagreed with. He said that he talked about supply, right? Because more supply is the only thing that's going to bring houses down, or a very large lack of demand. Demand right now we're not really seeing, right? Interest rates kind of affect that, right? They disqualify some people that are in demand or want a house, right? They can't get approved for a mortgage anymore. Doesn't really affect cash-only buyers. Not directly anyway, it does. But he really focused on supply, and he said, hey, with higher interest rates, everybody said more supply is coming. It doesn't work that way. And on the surface, I agree with him. The issue is this. I'm not looking 6 months, 12 months in the future. I'm looking 2 years to 5 years out, right? And what will affect supply in our current real estate market? Well, I'll tell you, it's going to be unemployment, right? We have we have 3 of the 4 stagflation metrics already going up, right? We've got inflation, higher prices, we've got wages coming to a standstill. We have a lowered supply, or we have supply chains that are healing and such like that. There's one more I forget, but the last one is unemployment, right? That should go up during a stagflation. Right now it's super low, right? People have to work jobs, have to work several, sometimes 2 jobs. A lot of people, the common people that aren't like you and me, we're not accredited, we're not, we're not retired today, or RIP, retired in place. They're working 2 or 3 extra jobs just to make the bills, just so they can go out on the weekend for fun, right? This is an issue. You can't work. I've worked 2 jobs. When I first built my first business, I worked 2 jobs, right? Just to make sure bills got paid. I worked 2 jobs. And I'll tell you what, you can do it for a while, but you can't do it forever. You will burn out. Something's going to break. As humans, we need rest, we need relaxation, we need relationships. You can go for periods of time without those, but you can't go for long periods of time and keep everything together, right? So here's my thoughts on it. So his summary was that higher interest rates are just going to cause gridlock, which they have, and that no extra supply will come of them, right? And I would say currently, this is why. As he said, interest rates affect everybody, right? They affect you, they affect me, they affect corporations, everyone. So what happens when other things start to break because of high interest rates, right? Because some people made some bad bets, some bad gambits, said they had some bad hypothesis on where things would go, and what they bet on was wrong. Well, they're going to start to pay for that, literally, right? And that's going to crash the system. It's going to bring down companies with the profits. And once companies start losing profits, they're going to start letting go of people. Right now, they're a little shy because of the pandemic, because they let go of some people, they put them on furlough, couldn't get them back, couldn't get that skilled labor back. So what's my postulate, what's going to happen, right? The Fed is going to keep rates raised for a long time, at least a year. Probably not going to see anything change in 2024, possibly until the end, right? They're going to wait till the system cracks. The Fed, Federal Reserve, the one that they don't control everything, but they heavily influence things. They want a inflation to go down. What's that code for? I always say this. It's code for a recession, right? Inflation goes down. That's great, but what happens is they're backward looking. So like, hey, what happened 2 months ago, 3 months ago, and then we'll change. Well, they're probably going to crash it. Everybody's saying they're going to crash the whole thing, look back, say, oops, sorry, and then lower rates, right? And even the Fed, they've said they want unemployment to go up. They believe higher unemployment will beat inflation, because poor people don't spend a lot of money, or people without jobs don't spend a lot of money, right? That's just true. So my thoughts on it, I think interest rates are going to stay hovered high. Right now, there's not a lot of inventory. Once unemployment goes up, there's going to be a ton of inventory that comes on the market. Maybe not all at once, it'll trickle in, right? At first, and it'll be like a wave. But it doesn't matter. I've said this before, I'll say it again. It doesn't matter if your interest rate is 2% or 8%. You don't have a job and you can't pay that mortgage, you'll lose the house one way or the other. So hopefully you're a fan of that. Hopefully you understand. Like and comment below if I'm dumb. If there's something I didn't think about, let me know. But I think that's the way it's gonna go. And if you're one of my partners, you'll get some emails for just some tips on this from my thoughts, my experience, what I'm gonna do type thing. Not financial advice or anything, but just the way I think it's gonna work out and how I'm preparing for it. So like and subscribe and shoot me an email or something if you have any questions.